Good afternoon, all listeners. You're tapped into this is KZSC Santa Cruz 88.1 FM, only broadcasting live from UC Santa Cruz's college radio station. And we got a smooth interview today, driving all the way down from the V707. We got from Vallejo, California, 70 Leo. KEV'O, how you doing today, man?
How you doing, Riz? Thank you for having me.
How was the drive down here?
The drive was beautiful. First it was a little windy, but then once we exited off Half Moon, I think that's Half Moon, right?
Something like Half Moon, the one or something.
Yeah.
I know it goes from 17 and then the Half Moon Bay exit.
And then we exited. We made a couple turns, and then I noticed we were going up elevation. I was like, no way. The school is elevated. And then he looked over. It looked like we was in Reno or Tahoe.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm digging the vibes. I'm vibing right now.
Right on, right on. So I just want to get this right. Where do you reside? Where were you born? And how old are you right now?
So where do I reside? Okay. I be bouncing around from the central Vallejo to East Vallejo. And I was born in Travis Air Force Base.
Okay.
It's pretty different. Not a lot of people was born there.
Mm-hmm.
They be thinking my dad was in the Air Force or something. And what was the last one?
And how old are you right now?
Right now, I'm 22.
22.
Coming up on the Jordan year.
Okay.
Yeah, in May.
Okay. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, besides making music, what else are you doing right now? I know you have a child, you got brothers, you got a good family coming.
Yeah.
What's popping with that?
I'm like I wouldn't say full-time, but I guess damn near full-time daddy. I got my lady here, my brother here with me, and Skyvin's here with me. It's his first interview presence.
Wow.
How you do? How you liking it, Skyvin? Yeah, we got something. But yeah, so I go to work. I'm just like a regular cat.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is I only work 20 hours a week.
Okay.
So it's not bad, but
still securing that bag?
Yes, because the pay rate is not too shabby for 20 hours a week.
Okay.
So I got extra time to play with. I got extra time to be a dad and enjoy this first year of Skyman's life. He's about to turn one. And then I make music on the side. I'm still writing. I'm still doing what I love.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me.
For sure. Well, so we'll definitely get into the music questions in a sec. But how did you come around with the name KEV'O? I know your real name, but were there any other names you were thinking about?
I was trying to reinvent my name, but I couldn't. I can't remember what suggestions I had that was new. But it all came down to this dude I went to high school with. His name he goes by Tail, and he started calling me KEV'O, and then it just had a little ring to it. I stuck with it. It sounded catchy, because at that time I was trying to come up with a new name, and that's how that came about. So, you know, it's kind of like I owe him some royalties. He probably wants to cut out the check.
Okay. Would you say that this was like still one of your close friends today, or was it close friend in high school, or?
I mean, a lot. You know how it goes after high school. Everybody's going down their own path. So yeah, we were closer before, just little affiliates. You know, we'd be at the same kick it spot every time at lunch.
Okay. All right. So, what is 70 Leo? You wearing your brand. You got your brother wearing your brand. Everyone's starting to wear your brand with the zip codes and all that. How did you come about 70 Leo? And can you give the listeners a quick background on like what it is?
70 Leo. So basically, it's 707, which is the area code of for Vallejo, and then Vallejo in a one word. So 70 Leo, because you know there's a lot of cities out there that has 707. You got Fairfield. You got I think even Vacaville too, right?
Vacaville, Napa, Dixon.
Yeah, all the above.
Calistoga, all them.
Yeah, so like at that time when I was making the brand, I already knew what need I wanted to fulfill, and that would be giving town something to wear. Cause at that time, or like I only knew of a few people who was like putting clothes out there, but it was nothing like, it was just, their own designs and stuff. So I just came up with something simple. It was just like, let me give people from Vallejo something they want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that. Then so I came up with the concept. So I was like, okay, I need a logo. And at this time, me and Carla was going to school at we went to this bootlegged school for some pharmacy tech program.
Okay.
It was in Vallejo. It was called the Learning Oasis. Don't go there.
Learning Oasis.
Yeah, I'm looking out for all my fellow Vallejoans. Don't take that. I don't know. I only know, okay, we had a class about like 30. I only know like 2 people who actually was able to get an externship and all that. So anyways, we had that class, like, I don't know if it was 2 times a week. It might have been 1 time a week. And like, we'll go there. I'll go there. We'll go there lit a couple times. And you know how you doodling.
Yep.
You doodling. And mine was hella simple, man. All my ideas are simple. It was like, all right, let me get the bridge. And I was like, oh, let me make a 7. And that was it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. People always ask me all the time, like, hey, man, how'd you think of that? That was hella cool. I was like, man, luck.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at the design right now on your sweater. Obviously, going into Vallejo, it kind of is a curve of like, the bottom half of the 7 going to the curve of not the Carquinez, but
yeah.
Is it Carquinez?
Yeah, it's the Carquinez.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, and basically it's curves in. So like pretty sure that's like how the idea rolls in of the 7 into Carquinez going back into Vallejo. So.
Oh, you know what? No, I didn't even think about that.
Think of that.
No.
Whoa, okay. That's what I thought of it first when I was looking at it. I was like, because it is a curve coming from like Pinot, Richmond, and then 7 or
that's
curve in.
See, look at that. I inspired your depth of thinking.
For sure.
But nah, it was just a bridge.
Okay.
And then, or like I wanted the number 7, and then I was like, let me use the top of the bridge, and I just made a 7.
Okay.
That was it. But no, you're not the first. A lot of people come up
with that,
with like some deep thinking. I'll be like, yeah, I wish I came up with that. But cool.
So do you feel like there's like an entrepreneurship with your brand going on? Are you making like good money with? I know you got like a whole closet full of it.
I know
on
I do
your
have
trunk,
a lot,
and I think it's taken off pretty well.
Yeah. I can't. What's the right word? Like I can't complain about it, like because it's something. It's not obvious. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like I could live off it, but definitely some good burrito money. Some good, Saks and Buds money. Yeah. Little chump change, a little something.
Hey, you got to get some gear to SOBRB because I was wearing a 7 Vallejo shirt. The whole management was like, "Hey man, look at this kid's shirt," and I was like, "Are they talking about me?" I was wearing a 7 Vallejo shirt when I interviewed on BPZ, and then Nathan Farrell was there too. He was like, "Man, I like that shirt," and then Slimmy B was like, "I like that shirt too." But what's that say? 7011 and then. What's his name? Stretch of Active Management was like, "Nah, man, look at the back. It's a zip code." It's like, "Where'd you get your shirt, fam?" And I was like, "Guys, got it from this dude named 70 Lejo KEV'O." He was like, "I'm gonna check it out." So
really,
you should send some gear to them, man.
Is that so? Because that's funny. Because I tried reaching out to a couple folks. Like I tried reaching out to Slimmy, but his DMs was probably popping
off.
So he ain't hit me back yet, but. I guess maybe I might try to push it because I know who everybody else you talking about. Maybe I might let them know. I know Neff has and his cousin Pookie and his boy Twan. They all got the bridge.
Yeah.
So I think they probably didn't know it was affiliated with the same design.
Okay.
Because because people don't see that a lot. That was new. The zip codes was something that came out after.
Okay.
So I know I need to start pushing that one more. But it is dope. Every time I wear that or anybody else wears it, it's like because it has the zip codes on the back, you'll be like in line in Safeway,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody sees your back. I was in Concord and somebody tapped my back, like, you from Vallejo? I was like, yeah, you know how that goes.
Hell yeah, exactly. That's how I get it out here in Santa Cruz as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone loves the shirts, man. So I'm proud of you for doing that.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, so next up, we're gonna get into your music now. When you listen to beats or instrumentals or songs, what's the first thing? Is good. What's the first thing you listen to when you? What's the first thing you listen to when you first when you make a song?
So I mean, pretty much the first thing I really do is I just vibe out. Like, the easiest way for me to write is when I'm commuting. I let that thing roll in the car on repeat,
Mm-hmm.
and just find that rhyme pattern, that rhythm. I come up with melodies. A lot of people, everybody writes differently, but the one way I really like writing is sometimes I make the melody first.
Okay.
And then I fill it in with words. I come back and fill it in with some real words. So yeah, I just be vibing out.
Mm-hmm. And how long does it take to make, write, and or produce your music? I know the mixing and mastering takes a long time, but how long does it usually take, you think?
Every song's different. Shoot. I'm trying to. I would say I could get a verse down, a good verse, especially on this new wave. It's been like my New Year's resolution.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do a verse like a week.
Mm.
So every week I got a new song to write a verse to. It wasn't always like that though, but I always knew I could do it. I just been hella busy. But now I've like made it a goal, and it's been working.
Yeah.
So like with that, it's only been like 3 weeks. I have like 3 songs in the archives right now.
Right now? Okay.
But that's how I am. A lot of people can like they could go rent a studio, or somebody rent an engineer, and like they write on the spot on the day of. And I can't do that. I like to take my time. Like to feel a little comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm. Is there a main studio you record at, or is it a garage, like basement type thing going on?
My cousins, my folks, they're the ones who got me into this thing to begin with. They have a studio, and they put a lot of money into it. They make beats there too and everything. So that's now it's like my second home.
Mm-hmm.
I got the keys to that house.
Okay.
They trust me. I got the security thing there.
Mm-hmm.
They trust me with it all. So I'll be in there. It's very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to record at I don't like to pay people now because I have the luxury.
Yeah.
So I can't speak. But now that I have it, I'm like a spoiled kid. It's like some people tell me, they're like, "Hey man, hop on a track, come to my knock it out in my studio," and I'm like, "Nah, I like to get in my zone."
Yeah. Okay. And what made you start, and why did you want to make music? You mentioned earlier you was at the Learning Oasis. You got a brand now, or started working with a brand, etc. What made you start making music? Did you feel like you needed to back up your music with a brand, or was it
interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of people do that, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, I've always had the love for music first. Music was first love was basketball.
Okay.
But
you hooped at Vallejo High, or
not at the high? It stopped at high school. I hooped in 5th grade or 8th grade.
Okay.
So Vallejo Middle,
Mm-hmm.
we was killing it.
Those are them days.
Yeah, that's when I had our team was cheap. We had we had Gary. Gary was on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because I just linked up with Gary earlier.
Gary Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on there killing it. That's why I linked up with him earlier. I gave him some gear, and that was the first thing I asked him. I was like, "You still hooping?"
Uh-huh.
Because man, Gary was raw. He was ahead of his time.
Did he have shoe game when he was hooping? Because I know he had shoe game still.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Killing
And he had the handles, bro. He was he was like the Kyrie Irving of middle school.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and I had Edward. I don't know if you remember Edward. He was in he played for Bethel.
Yeah.
He was killing
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
He was making news.
I know which one we're talking about.
Yeah. You don't even gotta think. So yeah, we was killing it. So yeah. Anyways, off track, but
it's good. So hooping and then
music, and then the brand kind of came about because like I feel like I wanted to throw something on my plate, like it's just so many new doors opened up. Like I wanted to take care of something. Like music wasn't enough. Like I wanted to, and then I also was thinking too though, like, you know, shoot, if music don't pop off,
you might hoop.
I might get some clothes.
Okay,
like,
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, the clothes could be popping. You know, so it was a lot of reasons for that one move. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to have some fun.
Trying some fun.
Yeah.
Right on. What genre did you listen to as a kid, and or did you look up to anyone specific? Did your people you grew up with, like your parents or like your family or like your brothers, put you on with some music and you're like, I want to be like that person someday? Or
yeah, my childhood was very musically inclined because of my dad. My dad's not that much older. He's in his I want to say he's like 43, around there.
Okay.
42, 43,
42,
44.
43.
Yeah. He's up there, and but he's not that much older than me. So that's only 20 more years damn near.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a kid, he was in his, I want to say like early 30s.
Okay.
And so he was bumping a lot of he bumped a lot of stuff, which was good, cuz he bumped you know, the Tupac, the Eazy-E, all the old school,
all the 90s stuff going on.
Yeah, 90s. And but then my dad is Honduran. He's from Honduras, so he had a lot of like Spanish music going on, a lot of slow ones, a lot of fast ones, a lot of reggaeton, and it was cool. So that's what I was really around. And then a little after that, that's when I had my older cousins around me. They go by XL. Then they're a lot Iguodala.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get that into a sec for sure.
And yeah, so they brought me more into hip hop.
Okay. Are there any samples used in your music of like Honduran music or wait, you're half Honduran and half Filipino. Is there any music from those from those genres that are into your music or inspired by any way? Do you feel?
No. I want to though.
You're thinking about it?
I want to do some more stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But no, my dad tells me all the time. He's like, you know, hey man, you should get the beat and do it like this and take the beat from here and he be juiced about it too. And I be lacking.
Okay. But you're definitely thinking about it though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So can you talk about the growth from your other projects? You mentioned earlier Iguodala and now 7-0 Leo. And can you talk about the naming of each project, of why you named it those certain names?
So the 7-0 Leo was that first album I dropped.
Okay.
And it wasn't going to be called 7-0 Leo first. It was going to be called Buried Treasure, because it was the first album I ever come out with. And then I had this whole like concept of it's called Buried Treasure because it's like you came across a treasure and you found gold, you know. But then what happened was I dropped the clothing brand before the album came out.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin D-Rock was like, you might as well call your album 7-0 Leo, because right now that's the thing you got winning right now is the clothing brand 7-0 Leo.
Yep.
So once he said that, I was like, slapped myself in the forehead like, duh. So I pushed the green light on 7-0 Leo for everything. And then, yeah, that was that. And then
Iguodala, was it because the Warriors won or something, or?
Iguodala, this one's pretty funny.
Okay.
We was kind of lit on this one. But we was going through beats. It was going through, actually, yeah. We was around the process. We was making the album. We was vibing out. We got together 9 beats, and it was just 9. Like we was just feeling 9, and then I think it was me, but I was like, we just call it Iguodala,
Okay.
Because of number 9.
Number 9.
And then he was like, yeah. He was like, shit, okay. Oh, shit.
It's good.
But he was, we rolled with it. And then, you know, feeling the Warriors. And then, like, around that time, that was, like, crunch time of, I don't know if it was the playoffs when we made it. And, like, we was hella feeling Iguodala because when it comes to the playoffs, Iguodala
comes. He comes hard. He was good with the Nuggets and he was good with the Sixers. So people forget about that.
But even with this Warriors run, I think even last year or even the year before that, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even have made it.
Yeah.
Because you forget Iguodala, dude.
Forget the role players.
Yeah.
All his jobs. He does his job on the floor. So
yeah, he comes off the freaking bench. You forget you even have you know you're worried about the starting 5.
Yeah.
And then during the playoffs is when you see like what team really has depth. And when Iguodala turns that switch on, the other team's like, oh shoot, why you gotta tell me they got Iguodala?
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, that's solid. We go Iguodala.
Iguodala, for sure. All right, once again, I'm with 7-0 Leo, KEV'O from the V707. Stand up, and can you talk about the differences of those two projects, Iguodala and 7-0 Leo, for those who haven't listened to it yet? What's the biggest thing you learned from those two?
Yeah, that's a good question because I always looked at my line of work and I'd be trying to analyze. But 7-0 Leo was that first one I made, I want to say, like, right out of high school, like a year or two out of high school. And if I was to compare that to what we made in Iguodala and my most recent tracks, my mentality was very younger and smaller. I don't know, I don't make too much songs. Like some of the tracks on 7-0 Leo, but some of them, don't get me wrong, I still be slapping. But and then Iguodala, I was more comfortable. It was an easy album. I didn't really have to stress too much off because me and D-Rock did most of the work. He made the beats, and he when we vibed out, song topics came out like, you know, it came out easy because it was two minds. 7-0 Leo was really all me because it was my own. So I did all the concept thinking and everything. So Iguodala was like, it helped me have fun with it.
Yeah.
Helped me find myself. Then now I'm busting out tracks on my own again, and like it's easier now. I found my rhythm. I found myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your relationship with your other family members, especially with D-Rock? You say he's your cousin?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
So how'd that come about? You say you say you're just having fun, and then cousin's like, let's go record or something. And so can you just talk about your relationship with your other family members?
Family members that are on the album, on the songs?
Yeah, on the songs.
Okay, yeah. So there's only 3 of them. It's D-Rock, Days, and Queez. Those are my older cousins, and they had their own thing going back when I was like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Like they was putting out stuff on MySpace, and they was doing shows, and they had the studio, they had everything. I was just a product of my environment, and you know, I owed a lot to them. But yeah, and then how Iguodala came up. I was talking to D-Rock, and we always talk about it. We still have the same talks till today. Is like, let's make some more music. Every time I go to his house, he got some beats playing for me.
Okay.
That's it, dude. You come. It's like I came there with my plate, slapped the food on, and it's like a blessing. I don't take it for granted because by that, he's single. You know, ladies, holla at him. So he has a lot of time on his hands. So he be making beats, and yeah. So he inspires me. So he keeps me going. If I don't go there, and you know, and he doesn't have things to show me, I probably wouldn't be making music as much as I am.
All right, cool. And you have other songs you made with other Vallejo rappers like Nefta Pharaoh and Sausalino. Can you talk about that process of hitting them up and getting them on the track together?
That one's pretty. That was pretty funny because that track was very hard to orchestrate.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Okay.
And remember, this was my first album that I put out.
Correct.
So I haven't really found myself yet. I'm just like, I'm gonna make an album, and whatever happens, happens. I didn't even care. But anyways, so I made the beat. Man, that beat, I revised it so many times. I will never like take that long making music again because I feel like I was wasting time. I was a perfectionist. Like I kept going, what if I do this? What if I do that? And it got too much. But anyways, so yeah, I put my verse on there, and how Neff came about, it was like a long shot, but it didn't seem so hard for me because Neff wasn't Neff how he is now. Like his status,
he was still coming up, like just big time in.
The only thing he dropped was that Chum from Vallejo.
Okay, yeah.
That's that first. He dropped it. It wasn't out for too long. It was out like I've seen it like the first 1 or 2 weeks. I was like, who is this guy?
Okay.
I didn't know who he was, but I seen mutual friends in his videos. Like Twan, that's like his right hand man right
Correct.
now.
Yep.
And I knew Twan since middle school and since 6th grade. So I seen Twan in there, and I was like, I want to get him on a track. I don't know, everything I seen that video for they was out there, you know what I'm saying? Nothing was really going on for Vallejo at that time either, as far as like young cats
Correct.
putting
That's
stuff
true.
out. So when he put it out, and I'm making the album at the same time, and I seen it the first week or two, I was like, let me just push the green light on it. Oh, that Twan. And I was like, tell your boy Neff that, I want him on a track. I also hit up Neff at the same time on my own end to show I made the effort. And then Twan helped confirmed it. And then, and then the verses was, his verse will never cost this much. But, at that time, it was only, I think he only hit me for like $100 or something like that.
Okay.
Try getting the verse now.
Try getting the verse now.
Try getting the verse now.
Yeah.
It won't be like that. So yeah, I was like, you know what, let's do it. I seen how they was moving. I was like, let's do it. So it took him a long time though. He sent me back that verse when the album was about to drop.
Okay.
And I kind of feel bad because like I was kind of nagging him a little bit. I was like, hey man, I gotta drop this album.
Get done soon.
And like, we didn't really know too much of each other at the same time too. So like, I want to keep it respectful at the same time.
Correct.
And then, anyways, I finally got his verse. I was gonna have some homie. Sausalino came up last minute. I wasn't gonna have him on the song.
How'd you link up with him with that then? Did Neff say, hey, I want my homie Sausalino on here? Or?
Sausalino wasn't Sausalino at that time either.
That's true.
That's why I was able to. Now I look at that track, how I orchestrated, and it was like I knew what I was doing. I knew the sound. Like I knew these cats was gonna be good. So anyways, I forgot how Sausalino came up. I don't know if I just hit him up straight up, because I don't think it was. It wasn't through anybody. I just hit him up, and yeah, he was down. So this was pretty cool. I swooped him up. I swooped up Sausalino. He came, knocked it out at my cousin's studio.
And how young was he? Do you know? Did he have his dreads yet or something, or was he?
I don't think
so. He's short.
No, I don't think he had his. Nah.
Okay.
He didn't, and he was a cool cat. He's like, you know what I'm saying. He wasn't shy. He wasn't he wasn't like disrespectful. He came to my auntie's house, said hi to my auntie, my uncle, and he was hungry at this time. Days was my cousin Days was at the house, and like he brought this up the other day. He was like, man, I remember when Sausalino would come in here, and he said the first thing he said to my cousins before he left was like I need a place to record.
Yeah.
Like let me record here, whatever. So it just never happened. I don't know. Maybe he found, somewhere he's more comfortable. Because, we didn't have a super tight relationship. Like, it was on social media.
Okay.
But yeah, but that would have been some stuff. Like, what if he was knocking out songs at our studio? Shoot, we would have had more music.
Exactly. And now, well, they're still pretty big today. Do you feel like if you hit them, they'll be like, "I remember you" or something, or you feel like you be able to ask them for another song soon, or?
It's definitely possible. Just the fact that I feel like I can't be away from them because we have mutual friends. Like, it all comes back to hometown stuff because, like, just recently I was with, I dropped off some gear to one of my old friends, Will, who be messing around with all them in Fan First, and like I got a song with Oski. I got like that. They're all tight. They're all the same. It's all the same circle.
So do you feel like your relationship with these Vallejo rappers, even Bay Area rappers, is pretty strong?
I mean, we don't kick it on the regular or anything. It's all just. I wouldn't say it's like really strong, like we be out there together like that, but you know, it's something. It's some childhood to it. You know, we all went to the same schools and we all known each other. We all hooped together, just like Gary. It's like we never, you know, we're not no close friends, but like we have those memories, like them hooping memories, and so you know, it's all a matter of when I hit them up, how are they? You know, how are you gonna be? So. Yeah, that's that, you know.
All right, right on. Once again, I'm with KEV'O from Vallejo, California. What have you learned so far since you started making music?
What have I learned so far?
Yes.
To take my time.
Okay.
In a way, you gotta find a balance between taking your time and being productive. So, you know, take your time on like how you want to move, how you want to go about things, like add a little more thought into it, be strategic with your product, your time, but at the same time, like, you know, keep getting something done. If it's music, if it's songs, you know, just keep knocking them out. Because when that time comes and when that plan is achieved, all you gotta do is push the button.
Correct.
And that's it.
That's it.
And that's like, I read this thing about 50 Cent. I think before he got signed, he had his archive. He had songs in the archives just ready to go, but it was never out. So once he got his deal, he just pushed the button, and the rest was history. You don't gotta do nothing. The songs is already made.
You was featured on is that the 50 Cent website or something, or is that the same one, or is that different?
It's This is 50. He has like a network, I think.
Okay.
It goes by This is 50. Like he be having episodes. That guy got a lot going on. But yeah, I managed to pull some strings to get it on there. I don't know how long it'll last on there though.
Okay.
But yeah.
So with that being said, can you talk about the growth in between your music videos when you first started out, and then also talk about your recent visual waves? So I know you were saying how, you know, you kind of want to maybe let go of like your little past music videos, but it's still on your YouTube page, and then talk about your recent visual waves on that. So your growth.
Yeah, it's a big difference if you actually pay attention to those two kind of songs and visuals. But yeah, back then I was a little more reckless, I guess. Not too reckless. I ain't like out here doing nothing crazy. Yeah. But I didn't have Skyven. Now I got Skyven, and I'm still with my lady. And waves, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory if you watch it. I'm just in my own dimension, and like I don't know, now I would say I know what I want to dedicate my time to, and how I want to move forward, and I know how to just keep the toxic out my atmosphere. Back then it was like, I don't give a damn, you know. Whatever happens. Yeah. So, but now I gotta think ahead, especially now that I have my son. I'm always thinking like 5 years from now.
What does he want to see or stuff like that? Or
yeah, how I can just be ready when he's 5 years old. Yep. I don't want, just want to be more independent as I can I can be and more stable.
Yeah. Do you feel like the day you became a dad made you who you are today, or was there another moment that helped you become who you are today?
Oh man, can you repeat that?
So, this is how I basically structure the question. If you would like to, can you specifically describe a moment that helped make you become who you are today? And then a sidetrack question is it when you had your kid that made you who you are today, or is it another moment? Yeah.
I see. I think I already found myself before skiving, as far as like, I mean, not too far from it, but like, but I think a lot of credit honestly comes down to my lady Carla, because it's like it's pretty life changing, because we've been together for like
long time,
7 years,
yeah,
coming up on 8.
Mm-hmm.
So a taken man is different from a single man.
Correct.
So that helped me grow a lot, cut me out my foolishness ways. For example, like, she gets hella mad when like road rage be happening or something. I don't do it too often, but like she be getting mad at like, why you do that? Why you gotta do that? You know, so making me think back. Before I used to be crazy on the road,
mm-hmm.
but now I'm not like that. So that's just an example of numerous things. And then like when skiving was coming up, or like when I found out she was pregnant, and the whole time we were waiting for him, like I just took it on head on. Like,
yep.
I had to turn another page and step up my game. So I mean, now I guess I'm still forever learning, but yeah, it's like I'm ready. I'm being ready now.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah, your turn, man. When's your little one coming?
Hey, I don't know, man. I'm just focused on school right now. Hey, man, I'm just letting you know, people are playing out here in college, man. People want certain stuff. I'm just like,
yeah, be safe.
Away. Exactly.
Be safe, man. You are out here in UC Santa Cruz.
I know. Anything can happen, especially in these forests, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, in these forests.
It's good. So we got 10 more questions. Once again, I'm here with KEV'O. And have you been interviewed before? I know we talked before we started this interview, but you said you got interviewed by a homie at OzCat.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that experience real quick? Or is that your first time being interviewed?
From a radio station.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was cool. Justin's a cool cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's still rocking with me, and he's an entrepreneur cat too. Like he be thinking ahead. He's in his own. He got his own. He's a lot of things how he think. I'm the same way. Like he's
okay.
He's always separate from the crowd. Like he was always plotting on things. So we got that relationship there. He's always down for whatever, man. Like just recently with the I was like, hey, peep the waves track, peep the waves visual, and like he was like, yeah, I mess with it tough. He sending me exclamation points. He's
comments. I like it, man.
Yeah, he's a real one.
Mm-hmm. Is there we were talking before this, like maybe I'm trying to start something with OzCat, when I graduate. Is there something you want to collaborate with OzCat with or something, or like maybe give, I don't know, like a high school student opportunity, or you want to send them certain gear, or like design shirts for them or something? Is there anything you've been popping off with OzCat about? You still send them tracks or something, or?
Nah, I haven't. Justin's been my only connector was Justin.
Okay.
At that time. And he'd be like on and off with OzCat, and then I think recently he was telling me he's gonna get back with them. But in general, like if I was to given the opportunity to have some kind of say, but yeah, I do have some good ideas, and I think you might even have more than I do of how to help renovate that.
Yep.
And take it to the next level, because it can be.
It has a lot of potential.
It has a lot of potential. All people gotta do is tune into that station. But I mean, before that, they got to take it to the next level,
mm-hmm.
and because they could reach AC and Benicia.
Mm-hmm.
That's that whole side right there.
That's where like all the music is popping off from too.
Yeah.
So
You could make it diverse, you know, or like give, like what you said, give opportunities to students that want to just intern, see how things work, and you know, because there's a lot of cats just like you, or like some people who want to do radio stuff or talking in general, you know, like when people get to, oh yeah, it's just like you. I was gonna say when people get to college, they start want to do reporting. They want to do sports.
Get extracurricular out, like get involved with extracurriculars, definitely.
See, you could do that with, that was an idea right there. You could do that with OzCat. What if somebody is with OzCat covering like sports, little reports. Put it on put it online like a freaking
like the Times Herald or the Vallejo Times Herald, like collaborate with that.
But it's somebody reporting.
Right. Yep.
It may not
from
be
a student perspective. Too.
Yeah. It may not be live on TV, but people could tap in and watch it like on videos, like on the website. Like, you know, this is OzCat with Vallejo High's very own. You know, how was it? How was that game today?
Yeah.
You know? So
for those who are listening, you know, Vallejo OzCat Radio is the community radio station in Vallejo, California. That's 89.5 FM KZCT, not so far away or different from KZSC, which you're tuning to right now in Santa Cruz, 88.1 FM. This is Riz, and I'm with KEV'O. We got some more questions for him. And you're currently a part of this melting pot in the Bay Area with both branding and music. So my question is, what makes Bay Area music and branding so different than others, or like around the country? Because, you know, there's also like, you know, the Backwards Company. They got like the 707 shirts. You know, they got rappers repping it and such. What do you feel like the Bay Area is connected
to
like the Bay Area rappers and brands are collaborating?
Oh, are they collaborating enough, or are they more?
Because there's been a lot, you know, a lot of conversation like, oh, the Bay Area is this, the Bay Area doesn't do this, but what from your perspective, because you do both, what do you think?
I seen it. I could see both sides, and I could see the side where people say that they don't help each other up.
Yeah,
I could see the other side too. I've seen, for example, like, to be honest, like whole Neff's camp, when Neff got put on, a lot of homies got put on too, and I've seen it. I've because I know I know some of the people in that circle, but I've seen how once Neff got put on, it did a domino effect. He kicked down the door, and then, you know, whoever he wants to push the green light on, it'll go. And it's not just him; it's his management. And but I've also seen the flip side of the coin. I've seen people. I'm not talking about Neff anymore. I'm talking about just people in general. I've seen people get a little, 15 minutes of fame, get a little something,
get one-sided.
And then like now they think they on something. Like now they want to put 1K for a feature in my bio, kind of like, now you start walking a little different.
Correct.
You start putting guac in your Chipotle burrito now.
Guac costs a lot of money too. So
no, I'm playing. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people act like that, like they trying to. I mean, I get it. It's a business too. You want to make some money, but like I've seen the flip side. I've seen people, be different.
Okay.
But as far as me,
you're doing your thing though.
I'm trying to stay in my lane, and I don't want to, That's why when it's like that, when you could see both sides like that, you want to be careful how you approach people. Whether it's somebody with, a little buzz for themselves or not, because I don't know. I feel like people get a little defensive too. Like if you are put on now, like you might have this guard up thinking everybody's trying to suck me like a leech. Everybody's trying to get something off of me, and it may not be like that.
Mm.
But yeah.
So with that being said, which Bay Area artists do you wish to work with, or thinking
That's
of collaborating with?
And there's a lot of
There's
them.
a lot.
There's a whole lot.
You can change your genre like this, so you can go like I know, what's her name? HER. She's from Vallejo. Previously known as Gabby Wilson.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm cool with Gabby.
Okay. I know she's blown up with like the R&B status, and you know you got the Kailanis, you got the Jammy, you got the Gary Jr., you got
Gabby's she's a family friend.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a little.
I know. Is she like part Filipino or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little deeper than that. See, but the same thing with that. It's like it's a family friend, but like like I said previously, like you don't know how people are like that could be defensive. Like I don't want to ever come on. You know, we got that cool connection because it's family friend, but I don't ever want to come up to her like with my hand out. Like I don't want to, you know. I'd rather have a friendship than somebody thinking like that. And but she's definitely somebody I do want to make some music with. I'm not gonna lie, she be killing it.
Definitely.
She be killing it, and I be vibing out. I remember when she dropped her volumes, and I was slapping her. That was dope.
They
bro.
dope.
They is dope. And I always I watched Gabby grow, yo, like from the beginning, because you know her mom's cool with my mom.
Yeah.
So we would I'll go watch her. I've seen her perform when I was only in like 7th grade, I think.
Yeah. She was blowing up.
She was little.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's only a couple years younger than me. But,
yeah. Sounds about right.
But at that time, it was like watching a like somebody from elementary school singing or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she was, but yeah, her voice sounds like she's like, well, now she is, but before she sounded like a straight woman. She was a little girl, but she sounded like a woman.
Yeah.
Like Alicia Keys woman, kind of just up there. Beyonce woman, you know.
Facts.
And so yeah, I love her music. I would love to make music with her. I'm still messing with Sausalito, hands down.
Sausalito.
But he's straight killing it. Like I know he could take out a lot of people, and I know how there's a lot of artists out here, so I am kind of picky on my music.
Okay.
So when I'm drawn to a certain artist, like I could see like something there ahead of time, and I'm not. And you can prove me wrong, but I got the proof is in the pudding. And you know, so it's interesting. Every time somebody new comes up, you know, I give them my time of day. I like to listen to who's coming out.
Coming up. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, Gary, definitely want to make some music with Gary. I got my homie Don Gino, the one
Shout out Don Gino.
Yeah.
Shout out the whole Morrock crew too. So they doing.
Yeah, he made the beat for Legacy.
Okay. And can you also talk about collaboration with Pop It for Tone and the whole Fairfield homies?
Oh yeah, how that came about. Me and Tone always had that connection because he would buy 7 clothing.
Yep.
That's actually how I met him. And then, see, just like that, like the first time I met him, he wasn't like. I'm trying to draw this back to previous topics, but he wasn't like, hey, what's up, Kev? Let's go make a song, you know, like you know how people could come off like that, like the first impression.
Yeah.
But he was cool. He was a mad cool dude. You know what I'm saying? We had that friendship. So I did the verse. He sent me a song. He's like, I got this album coming out, and like I did the verse for him, and like I'm not the type of dude to charge people. Like, as far as like, if I'm cool with you, even if like I went to school with you and we're somewhat cool, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like, I say that now. I don't, you know, obviously, if something was, oh yeah, that's been off. Yeah. But like, you know I get it when people get hella on and they busy. But like, I mean, as far as me with my life right now, I can make time. Like, I don't need to charge nobody. I'm not no superstar. I used to be big headed before, man, and that's one of the things I learned to humble myself over the years because I don't like being that kind of guy. So yeah, so Tone sent me that. I was like, I knocked it out. I was feeling it. What's her name?
KRB.
KRB. She was killing it on the hook.
Yeah, she go hard.
She go hard. She does. And yeah, she's somebody to watch out for because I can tell. Give her some time, and like give her like have her just make an album on her and herself, and I bet you watch her develop. I bet you she'll kill it.
They got potential for sure. Because I used to make music with them, and they're very patient. And there were some mishaps here and there, but hey man, like I can't hold any grudges. They're doing it, and I still try to put them on. So appreciate you even being. I want to say I think I could say being a mentor and like reaching out to them because that's huge for you to just collaborate with everyone. As you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of miscommunication in the Bay Area of like this, that, some big-headed people there, but you still going out there and be able to put yourself out there, collaborate with everyone. That's huge because it shows that you care about your community and you want to see it grow. Both your brand and being an artist. And just trying to set that tone, so that's huge.
Yeah, I just love making music, man. Like, hey, if you want to collab, hit me up. If I'm feeling it, and I ain't got nothing going on, I might just knock out that verse and send it back. You know, it's a little different though. Like, if it's like a complete stranger, it's like, am I getting catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's like I knew Tone. Tone's cool, man. He's buying. He's giving me business too. He's buying clothes and he likes it. He feels the clothes.
Yep.
So like anybody who's like buying 7 clothing, and I honestly want to thank them because I know I get it. People look at it like, nah, man, I'm buying the gear for me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, too, you're also like helping the brand out.
Yeah.
So that's that. It takes some time though to like humble yourself because you'll see, man, as the Bay's popping right now and everybody who gets their 15 minutes of fame, you'll see like just how people are and like social media and stuff, like who could be humble and who can't.
Solid. My bad. I had to do something.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So once again, I'm here with KEV'O from Vallejo, California. A couple questions before we get you going. Where can people find you on social media? I know you got a apostrophe in your artist name, so I want to get this right with everyone. Plug it. Everything.
Yeah. So it is 70HLEJO _KEV'O. KEV'O. Yep. And then that's pretty much everything that'll come up. But if you're trying to put it on Apple Music and Spotify, just put KEV _O #70Leo. I had to do that because there's a lot of KEV'Os out there. So I had to put the hashtag
and the apostrophe in there.
Yeah, and you gotta put the apostrophe in there. It's crazy because it doesn't want it to search how you want it to search. Like you gotta be really specific.
Correct.
If you don't put the apostrophe O, you gotta like
other people.
Yeah, you gotta search for it.
And then is there anything else you're dropping soon? Is there new shirts or new brand coming out? You thinking like baseball jerseys or something, or is there new visuals coming out? You talking about 3 songs in your archive ready to drop? What's up with it?
I got an album in the works with Days and D-Rock. Hopefully Queez can make some time to drop some gems on there. But and then I'm also working on some songs just on myself. And then with the brand, I think I got my mind made up, about to go over some things, but I think there might be a new design.
Okay, new design.
Da-da-da.
New design coming. Make sure to turn those notifications on. And while we're at it, you want to give a quick shout out to anybody? Family, special people?
Shout out to you for having me here.
Hey, it's all love, man.
And to Skyven. He's about to be 1. So maybe I could watch this in the future and be like, this was when Skyven was turning 1. He's turning 1 on the 31st.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I got going on. Oh, my grandma. Shout out my grandma, because she just got a liver transplant. And she's been killing it. She's been blessed.
It's excellent.
Yeah. So, we still observing it, making sure she's straight, but so far can't complain, man. She was going through some liver cancer, and then I seen her go through it all, and then there looks like a chance, man, that she look like Superwoman now. So yeah. That's
great, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, once again, you're tuned to KZSC Santa Cruz, the great 88.1 FM. And this is RIZ AKA RSD signing out with the main man 7-0 Lejo KEV'O. That's KEV''O. Shouts out to you, man. Appreciate everything.
Thank you. Go watch Waves.
Get it right now. It's on Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud.
70leo.com.
Not SoundCloud, sorry. iTunes, everything. 70leo.com. Big shout out KEV'O. Shout out 70leo. Yee.